Hello everybody, welcome to the John Show. My name is John, this is my show, and we are back with 60 seconds reatomized. Last time, we started off with Dad Ted. We were only able to save the son, Timmy, and a few supplies, and we lasted 15 days. Ultimately, Ted was kidnapped by raiders and possibly turned into somebody's gimp. This time, we are going to try to beat that 15 days, and we're going to try things a little bit different. So let's get started. So, same difficulty setting. This time, we're going to try to start as Mom. We'll see how much better we can do. Okay, nothing in here. Where are these kids? Okay, we're gonna start. We're gonna start with rifle. Got the rifle. What else anything else in here that I can grab? No. Okay, wait. Oh, God. Map. Suit. Dump it. Suitcase. Dump it. Axe. Dump it. Let's find some kids. Kids. Family. Where are you? Food and water. Oh my God. Oh my God. Go, go, go. First aid kit. We all died. Okay. This was just unnecessary. To show us all the stuff that we got and still everybody died? Come on. Okay, so that's not how I wanted things to go with, total nuclear annihilation. So we're going to try one more time with Mom. Okay, so first, let's find where these kids are. There's one. There's husband. Where's the other kid? I don't know, but all right. So first thing, grab some water. Second thing, grab a kid. Come on, Hefty Dumps, let's go. Drop it. All right, now we come over here. Get our useless husband. Water. Dump it. Kid. Water. Nope, never mind. Oh my God, get out of the way. Dump it. We need some food. We absolutely need to get some food. Oh my God. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. Okay, I'm just gonna wait it out. I don't feel like I have time to get away. Well, I don't think I got much for supplies as far as like tools and stuff. Day 1. Well, we saved the entire family. And we got some food, plenty of food, like 4 cans of food, I think, 3 bottles of water. We did get some bug spray, which might have just been down here, I'm not sure. But other than that, not much for tools. So, all right. Day 1. All of us made it into the shelter just a second before the blast. It was a close one. As long as we're all together, we can make it work down here. We remember hearing canned soup is healthy for you. We vaguely remember stashing some things in the shelter because there was no room for them upstairs. Turns out being messy can really work in your favor. So +1 can of bug spray. Our shelter's full of cans. We'll sleep on cans, we'll talk to cans, blah blah blah, cans. There's just barely enough water for everyone. We will have to ration it strictly. There wasn't enough time to grab everything, but we have something to get started with. Hope it's enough. Okay, so day one, again, nobody's eating or drinking on day one. We always thought life could be much better. That was before we got nuked. Now we think life could be much better. In a way, not that much has changed. Day 2. Fond memories are one thing, but we need to be ready for harsh reality that awaits. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. Ted is fine. Mary Jane didn't cause any trouble today, and no trouble dared to cross her path. No news is good news. There's nothing new going on with Timmy. Day 2, we'll stretch it out a little bit. We don't need to eat or drink day 2. The contamination of our town is still strong. Scavenging in these conditions could result in radiation sickness. Nobody needs to go out today. How about that lake we've been going to for the past few years? It would be so good to find ourselves there, far away from all this madness. Swim a little, maybe take a boat ride, even if the whole place turned into Adamville. That would be nice, I'm sure. Day 3. As long as we're safe, we can stay down here. There's got to be some water left. Everybody's thirsty, so yeah, we'll let everybody drink today. Everybody gets a sip. One whole bottle of water gone because of you greedy bastards. No, not right now. Playing a game or two might be a good way to relieve the mood and take our minds off the problems of today and tomorrow. And hey, playing games is good for you, so why not give it a try every now and then? We have no games to play. I would do charades. Day 4. We played I Spy and it was pretty fun for the first 3 minutes. After that, everyone got bored of the letter W. Nobody's thirsty anymore. That's good. We will go ahead and skip today. But we did send Timmy out on day 5 last time. And he returned okay, even though it took him almost 10 days to get back to us. So this time we'll send Mary Jane. Mary Jane, well, I guess Mary Jane, you'll be our guinea pig for tomorrow. The kids have been all fidgety lately. They miss running around and playing games with each other in their rooms. Even though the shelter is way smaller than their bedrooms, there's some space in front of the table that seems perfect for wildly sprinting around and playing tag. Should we let them play? No. No running in the shelter. Day 5. There's simply not enough space around here for any activities. We can barely stretch without putting elbows in each other's eyes. The kids weren't exactly happy about it, but it's about time they got used to this situation and understood the rules of the shelter. No running. Exactly. Today was relatively calm for Dolores. Ted says there's no need to worry about him. There's nothing new with Mary Jane. Timmy's being very brave. Okay. Time to ration supplies. Since I'm sending you out, Mary Jane, you get to eat and drink. Go on, Mary Jane. Good luck. Day 6. Mary Jane went outside. Let's hope she hurries back soon. There has to be some water left. Dolores should drink. Ted needs a drink. Timmy wants to drink. Okay. Well, that's literally going to kill one bottle of water, but I will let everybody eat and drink today. And we're down to one bottle of water that we're going to have to ration until Mary Jane gets back. Ha! Guess what? We already got ourselves our very own Fallout garden. We've got a bunch of mushrooms growing on one of the walls. They're big enough to be eaten. How about that? Should we prepare a mushroom feast today? Oh, I don't know about that. Sure. Let's try it. Day 7. Well, they don't look dead from the mushrooms. Those were delicious. Our only concern is that they were glowing in the dark. And now we are too, for that matter. Nobody else is thirsty. Okay. We will skip today. As we were about to start our book club discussion on the only book we've all read, the phone book, we were interrupted by rapid knocking at the door. We found out it was a group of refugees who survived the blast just like we did. They were doing much worse than us and begged us to provide them with any water, food, or medical supplies we could spare. Oh, I don't have any water I can spare, but I think I can spare 1 can of soup. Just 1 can of soup, I think that's okay. Day 8. Our visitors were in tears when we gave them what they asked for. We survived the nuclear apocalypse only to be nearly strangled by thankful refugees. Hugs can kill, you know. Luckily for us, they decided to continue their journey to get somewhere safe before the sun set. As they were about to leave, one of them presented us with a portable radio. They would not take no for an answer and soon left, waving goodbye until they disappeared amongst the rubble. So we lost 1 can of soup, gained a radio. Okay. Dolores is doing fine. Nothing's going on with Ted. No news is good news for Timmy. I think we can go another day without food and water, thank you. If there's anyone who can rescue us from this hellish situation, it's our government. You can badmouth them all you want, but that probably means you're either a naysayer or a commie. We're good citizens. We've paid our taxes regularly, so we're sure Uncle Sam is coming to get us. Well, except that one time when never mind. The government people are coming, and we should keep our ears and eyes open for any sign from them. Yes, use the radio. Day 9. We made contact. The military is out there and they're coming for us. All we need to do now is wait patiently. The soldier with the boring voice was very specific about this. Help is on the way. We just need to wait for further instructions and keep our radio in working order. Everybody needs to drink sometime. Okay, well, not today. Because we just got the 1 bottle left, so we're holding out. Oh dear, we just remembered we planned on taking a trip south in 2 months. If it's still there, we're going, right? We're pretty sure they don't bomb warm places. Day 10. Our relocation is probably something we'll be able to discuss after we get out of here. Nobody's gonna survive unless they drink, okay? Everybody can have some food and water, but this is it. We're all gonna die from dehydration after this. How about we put the radio to good use? Something might be on, okay? Oh! Mary Jane's back, day 11. Oh, plenty of food and water and a lock. And bullets for no gun. But hey, okay. Barter, sweet. Some friendly soul on the radio was talking about a supply pack she'd lost during a trip through our town. We immediately realized she must have driven through our street. We rushed out and got to the package before anyone else. +2 water, +1 food. All right. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning the shelter from the surface. We went on a trip to a more specific place this time, a local museum on Tranquility Lane. Several rooms and a corridor wall decorated with some charred paintings that survived the blast. The whole place doesn't even look that bad. It's almost like a modern art exhibit. In front of the museum canteen, we found a box with some water bottles in it. It was probably left there by some delivery company. That delivery company is probably out of business now. Our guess is it was blown out of the market. +2 waters. We were hoping for some sweets or snacks, but all the museum canteen had to offer was tomato soup. Those poor tourists. 2 more cans of tomato soup. Awesome. The gift shop was in a sorry state. While it's still standing, the whole place was flooded with souvenirs and junk. Or both. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. The only useful thing we found was a padlock that was securing the safe behind the counter. The safe itself was empty, of course, so we got a lock. The half-ruined wall is all that's left on the main corridor. Some paintings are still hanging, but they're almost unrecognizable. At the end of the corridor, we found a museum guard sitting in a chair, or at least something that used to be a museum guard. We found some ammo in his pocket, or at least something that used to be his pocket. All right, and then they spotted a vehicle down the street. It was dark, but they should check it out later. No, Dolores isn't thirsty. Ted isn't thirsty. Mary Jane could use some food, and and she's sick and tired. Timmy is no longer thirsty. Mary Jane, you can eat and drink since you came back, and unfortunately I don't have any medicine for you. All right, so let's plan a trip for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to send Timmy out tomorrow. Surviving down here is no walk in the park. It won't get easier. We're hopeful this will blow over soon and life will get back to what it used to be, or else we might face dangers we've never dreamt of. Day 12. Cover your mouth, Mary Jane. Some mornings we all feel a bit hopeless. We need to pull ourselves together and be more optimistic. The enemy can't be fear. Mary Jane is still really messed up. Everybody else is doing good. We mean Mary Jane's diet because she's a little food. I gave her food yesterday. Now that everybody gets to eat every day, Mary Jane. Yeah, we're not eating today. Timmy, actually, you know what? No, wait, let's go back because I'm sending Timmy out. Timmy can eat and Timmy can drink. Timmy, good luck out there. Day 13. Timmy went out to the wasteland. We don't know what it'll do if he doesn't come back. Mary Jane is quite hungry. If we don't cure Mary Jane soon, who knows what'll happen. Mary Jane seems sleepy all the time. She has no energy or anything. Dolores and Ted should have a drink. Okay, well then, I guess we'll let everybody eat and drink today. We stumbled upon a weird signal when changing radio frequencies. We're pretty sure that behind layers of terrible static and screams, we could hear a voice speaking in a foreign language. Oh dear, what if it's the Soviets? We should probably listen to it. But what about the children? Well, Timmy's gone and Mary Jane's kind of delusional, so yeah, let's listen to it. Day 14. We were relieved at first when we figured out it wasn't Soviets we heard. Turned out it was Canadians, which isn't that much better. For the record, I have no problem with Canada. That's Dolores talking. Either way, they're foreigners and we couldn't understand what they were saying. Not a word, how disappointing. Mary Jane's diet could use some food, her condition isn't any better, and she's still tired. Dolores and Ted are not thirsty. Damn, Hefty Dumps, you're really going to, eat all of our food, aren't you? Okay, well, was it feed a cold, starve a flu, something like that? Claustrophobia is difficult to fight against, especially in a little cluttered bunker. Maybe if we could open the door for just a few minutes, let some air in. Maybe some fresh air will do Mary Jane some good. Sure, we'll crack the door for a few minutes. Just a few minutes. Day 15. Uh-oh. Ted's sick. Opening the door and letting contaminated air was a great idea. Now instead of phobias, we need to deal with vomiting. Aren't there any drugs we could give Mary Jane? Nope. Mary Jane is still tired. She's no longer hungry. Ted has become infected with something. Life is hard, but Dolores is doing okay today. No, unfortunately I don't have any medicine for anybody and nobody is eating or drinking today. We had thought phone calls were a thing of the past after the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town. However, a phone booth on our street survived the bombing somehow. It seems it's ringing right now. We should send someone to answer it. Well, Ted, since you're already sick, you can go. Day 16. Hey, that's a record. Oh. They don't look good. Neither one of them. So again, the same phone call from Hill Valley, but it was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. Ted is still sick and should drink. We don't know what'll happen if Mary Jane doesn't get any care. She hasn't... Oh, she has rested. She needs something to drink. Dolores won't last long without any water. Okay, we'll let everybody eat and drink today. Hopefully Timmy will be back soon. We started arguing with Dolores about opening the bunker door a few days back. She's really aggressive, and this could quickly escalate into something major. Should we try to ease her down? The alternative is our very own small war. Yeah. Tell Dolores to calm down. That's a good idea. Day 17. Ooh, nobody's looking good. Nobody is looking good. Dolores had to release some steam, that's all. We're all a bit tired, but hopefully this can be cured with a good night's sleep. Something should be done about Ted's sickness. He isn't thirsty anymore, but he is tired. If we don't cure Mary Jane soon, who knows what will happen. Mary Jane is really tired. Dolores is no longer thirsty, but she is really tired. Oh, everybody's sick. Okay. Well, nobody's eating or drinking today. That radio of ours has been silent for the past few hours. We need our news. We need our music. We all agree on that. And if it's refusing to cooperate, we need to meddle with it until it works. Ooh. I don't know if... No, don't go messing with the radio. Clearly none of y'all are electricians. Timmy's back! Oh, and he brought medicine, thank God. And a gas mask, sweet. And an axe! You go, Timmy. But now Timmy's sick. We're sure they are experiencing technical issues. Yes, that's it. Everything will just be fine. We were so afraid for Timmy, but he came back from the wasteland and is safe with us now. It turned out that calling an ambulance is not an option anymore. We reached the hospital. It's still in ruins, but part of it turned out to be standing. More or less. We decided to go through the rubble and make the most of it. The canteen had a respectable supply of tomato soup. It looks like that's the only thing they fed the patients. Now we're 100% sure it's healthy. 1 can of soup. There was plenty of bottles of water, so we got 2 cans of water, or 2 bottles of water. It wasn't hard to find a fully equipped first aid kit in the hospital after all, so we got one of those. And the hospital also had a gas mask. Those patients must smell really bad. One of the dead patients had an axe sticking out of his back. According to his chart, he was feeling perfectly fine before the atomic blast. We decided he probably no longer needs the axe. The vehicle down the street looked like someone's work in progress. We observed it from afar. Who could the owner be? We've kept our distance for the time being, but we may want to take a closer look in the future. This could potentially be our ticket out of here. Dolores is still tired and can't seem to sleep it off. Ted is sick. He still hasn't recovered his energy. Mary Jane's condition isn't any better. She seems to be sleepy all the time. Timmy should eat something and he's really tired and he is not feeling very well. Okay, so first off, everybody eat and drink. Second of all, Mary Jane has been sick the longest. Mary Jane can have the first aid kit. Looks like the area is still irradiated. Going out in the wasteland is unsafe. Well, nobody's ready for the wasteland. Shine your boots and hoist the flag. The army is on the radio again. They're telling us to get our flashlight ready to signal their aircraft. They'll be flying over our area later this evening. If they see our light, they'll know where to look for us. Well, we don't have a flashlight. Day 19. Well, Dolores is looking better. The signal has to wait. Besides, do they even know how much flashlight batteries cost? Especially in this economy. Especially after it was wiped out. Ted is still sick. He's still tired. Mary Jane is tired, but she's well now. Timmy is hungry. Timmy is also sick and he needs to rest. Dolores has rested. Nobody's eating or drinking today. And tomorrow I'm sending Dolores out. So yes, we will prepare for expedition tomorrow. It's high time we stopped wondering about what's going on and started asking questions. Turn on the radio. Day 20. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into the government's emergency announcement service. And guess what? Great news, the fallout is mostly gone. It should be much safer to travel the surface. Something should be done about Ted's sickness. Ted is still mighty tired. Mary Jane is tired. Timmy's hungry. He's looking very pale and he needs to rest. Dolores is doing quite well, or she just can't find anything to complain about today. Okay, everybody will eat and drink today. Dolores, you're gonna go outside today. You can take something with you. You know what, Dolores? Take the gas mask. Take the gas mask with you and hopefully you won't come back sick. Okay, so we're gonna leave it on a cliffhanger. Clearly, there's enough left for another episode, and it just gets weirder from here. Will Dolores return? Will Ted get better? Will Mary Jane realize her parents named her after a drug reference? Find out in the next episode of 60 Seconds REATOMIZED. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you like what you're seeing, like what you're seeing. Remember, we're the little guys, so help us punch up. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. Hit the little bell down there, do all the little bell thingies. Share this with other people who you think might like my weird videos. And as always, thanks for watching The John Show. My name is John. This was my show. I appreciate you taking the time. You take care now.